Hello, Westford. I'm Ira Keltz for WestfordCAT News. We would like to end the year with highlights of the stories we've brought to you in 2017. Some of our biggest or most memorable ones. Join us as we take a look back in time and remember the stories of your lives. Because, after all, Westford, it's your community that we chronicle here all year long. So, let's begin.
January.
Two firefighters were hailed as heroes over the Christmas weekend after they helped to save the life of a spectator at the Patriots-Jets game in Foxborough on December 24th. The Westford Academy girls hockey team bested Acton Boxborough 3-2 on January 9th at a game played at Fenway Park in Boston.
The final score, Westford Academy Grey Ghosts 3, Acton Boxborough Colonials 2.
February.
With 390 in attendance, voters on February 6th approved a bylaw change that will require the Board of Selectmen to be more accountable and transparent when negotiating settlements. The citizens' petition stemmed from a controversial agreement Selectmen made with Richard D. Felice of Newport Materials, who wants to build an asphalt plant at 540 Groton Road.
March.
The blizzard of 2017 on March 14th kept many residents inside their homes while they waited out the storm that dumped around 12 inches of snow on the town. Schools, town hall, and even WestfordCAT offices were buttoned up tight. Town meeting voters denied Groton developer Ebby Masaladon the approval he needed to amend one of 3 agricultural preservation restrictions on the 9 acres he owns at 66 Boston Road. Masaladon wanted to build a farm-to-table restaurant on the front 3 acres where a country store now stands. Renovations will begin September 1st at the Rodenbush Community Center. At the recommendation of the Community Preservation Committee, voters approved the use of $6.3 million in community preservation funds to renovate the building. Town moderator Ellen Hardy presided over her last town meeting on March 25th and 27th. After 25 years, Hardy has retired from the post, leaving the seat open for others to seek election to it.
April.
On April 13th, the Rodenbush Community Center will honor Nancy Cook as its Person of the Year.
May.
A damp, cold Saturday on May 13th didn't keep the hundreds, or maybe thousands, of residents away from the town's traditional Apple Blossom Parade. The Apple Blossom ceremony took place on May 13th as well. Local historian June Kennedy was named Kiwanis Person of the Year. Westford Academy senior Olivia Overington was crowned this year's Apple Blossom Queen. And last but not least, WestfordCAT walked away with the coveted Roden Bowl Best Apple Blossom Parade float. The Miller School held its annual Multicultural Community Night on May 11th.
June.
396 Westford Academy seniors graduated on June 2nd at Alumni Stadium. Class speaker Mara Burke humorously defined the class of 2017 as that class. The retirement of Westford Academy Dean Michael Parent was recognized by Superintendent Bill Olson, Principal James Antonelli, and Westford Academy trustee Jeff Hall at the graduation ceremony. Another long-term educator was also praised at the graduation ceremony. Kevin Regan, principal of the Norman E. Day School, spent 38 years in the Westford school system. The Westford Academy Athletic Boosters held their annual Patriots basketball game to a sellout crowd of 800 people on June 5th to support school sports programs.
July.
A special town meeting on July 10th lasted just under 1 hour and decided 2 articles. Voters approved an additional $325,000 from the town's capital stabilization fund to cover the ongoing construction of a dispatch center inside the Main Street Police Station. Meanwhile, about a mile down the road at the intersection of Blake's Hill and Boston Roads, construction's beginning this month on the new fire station, which will include a training room for public safety personnel. Westford Community Gardens held its annual open house on July 19th. More than 100 families are participating in this year's growing season.
Welcome to the Westford Community Garden. This is our 3rd season for the garden. We started with a little less than 1 acre and approximately 100 plots, and this year we've expanded to 250 plots on nearly 2 acres.
The annual Ride for Live, Run for Live brought 350 bikers, runners, and walkers to the 4-H fairgrounds on July 16th, all there to support a life-saving cause. The event honors the memory of Olivia Liv Marchand, who died in 2010 in an act of domestic violence. Her mother, Jody Marchand, went on to found the Live for Live Foundation, which organizes the annual Ride and Run event.
August.
Indivisible Westford organized a rally on the town common on August 13th to denounce the act of terrorism that took place in Charlottesville, Virginia on August 12th. It was Indivisible Westford co-founder Beth Schaefer Morrison who organized the Westford rally. Several rally attendees addressed the crowd, including Holocaust survivor Jack Applebaum of Littleton. A solar eclipse marked the beginning of the week and dominated the news as people gathered on hilltops and open settings across the country to see the moon pass in front of the sun. In Westford, 150 people gathered at the George R. Wallace Jr. Astrophysical Observatory to watch the event. Meanwhile, at WestfordCAT, a group of summer campers were learning how to safely view an eclipse. The annual Blues and Brews Festival took place this weekend at the Neshoba Valley Ski Area. Blues artists from around the country played for more than 1,000 spectators. The Westford Rotary sponsored event raises funds for scholarships for Westford students and various organizations. The Middlesex County 4-H Fair took place this past weekend, bringing goats, bunnies, calves, sheep, dogs, fowl, and foals to town, all for the purpose of showing how well cared for they are by the children and teens who participate in clubs around the region.
September.
Westford observed the 16th anniversary of the September 11th tragedy with a ceremony at the Westford Public Safety Courtyard. In addition to State Rep. James Arcero and Monument Committee Chairman Nancy Cook, Selectman Chairman Andrea Parander-Sweet addressed the Assembly with moving words. According to Highway Superintendent Chip Barrett, road crews will be grinding up and resurfacing 2 areas in the center of town. The first runs along Depot Street from the Main Street intersection to the Abbott School. The second stretches along Boston Road to the vicinity of Blake Hills Road. Work is scheduled to begin in early October. Land steward Corey Ryan, who's been taking care of Grassy Pond for about 15 years, has made an intriguing discovery there of a stone circle that's believed to have been a gathering place for Native American women. Ryan said it was members of the Pocasset Wampanoag tribe in Rhode Island who provided the information. School committee members unanimously approved the first step in adopting a policy to accommodate transgender and gender nonconforming students at the town's public schools. The Westford League of Women Voters sponsored a panel discussion on September 27th entitled "The Opioid Epidemic and Its Impact on Westford."
The epidemic is growing. In my slide, I have 3 listed, but I just found out today through the chief that we actually recently had another one. So that number has now gone higher than 2016.
October.
Pat Savage, the town's Director of Parks and Recreation, is retiring October 13th after almost 16 years. 3 articles on regulating the recreational use and sale of marijuana were debated on the special town meeting floor on October 16th. One voter, Wendy Dara, sought and failed to amend Article 10. The article asked voters to prohibit recreational marijuana establishments in town, passed by a majority vote. Article 11 passed by secret ballot 300 to 62. Members of the Westford League of Women Voters celebrated the organization's 50-year anniversary on October 12th. The keynote speaker was attorney Freddie Kay, founder and president of the Women's Suffrage Celebration Coalition of Massachusetts. Westford public safety officials have responded to 3 fatal accidents since October 5th. The most recent involved a tragic occurrence on October 12th in the Market Basket parking area. A powerful storm on October 29th left almost 3,000 National Grid customers in Westford without power for several days, while delivering quite a blow to the entire Merrimack Valley.
November.
Town officials and volunteers held the groundbreaking ceremony for the new Center Fire Station at Blake's Hill and Boston Roads on October 29th. Westford's new $1.45 million dispatch center, located inside the police station, is now up and running with workstations containing 8 monitors. The center combines telecommunications for both police and firefighters, something new for Westford, which has previously had separate dispatch centers for each. Resident Diana Chifagos has got a new handle as the Speedy Mom ever since shaving 7 minutes from the Guinness World Record. Chifagos ran in the Bay State Marathon in Lowell on October 22nd while pushing her 3-year-old son Evan.
December.
Pam Sulka, who might as well go by the title of Town Baker, is building a gingerbread replica of 40 Main Street to celebrate her 1-year anniversary running Muffins on Main. The shop, which fast became a gathering place for residents, opened last year on December 13th, and Sulka plans to have her gingerbread creation on display in the window by that day. State Representatives James Arcero's Lowell Sun Santa Toys for Tots event took place on December 7th, bringing in a mountain of donated toys and monetary donations for families in need during this holiday season. Arcero estimates the event took in at least $22,000 in cash donations so far, and gifts valued approximately $30,000, with at least 500 people attending. The push for a dog park stalled again at the December 19th Selectmen's meeting, despite Dog Park Task Force co-chairman Edie Fruscione's initial optimism about using an area along Gage Lane.
As I was walking in the building tonight, I tried to count how many times I've sat in this chair, and I've lost track.
We have to.
But
I'm kind of getting tired of talking about this dog park. Everybody wants one. No one wants it, and it's a NIMBY thing. So I think our decision at the next meeting either needs to be we're going to have one or we're not, and be done with it. And if we are, which one are we choosing and taking to town meeting?
Thanks for joining us. And for those who contributed to helping us cover the news this year, we are grateful. WestfordCAT will resume its regular news show the second week of January. Happy New Year's, Westford!